All right, it's a beautiful feeling to be able to get to the last day of the year 2025. A lot of people had wished that they see this day, but they have not been able. So one thing that we want to do is to be appreciative of the opportunity we have. The opportunity we have to even be resellers, reselling. Like I said in a comment I left for somebody a few days ago, I said reselling is a way of life. Come to think of it, reselling has been around for a very, very long time. This young man was trying to, imply that reselling is kind of a trend. It's something that's going to go away after a while. I'm telling you, reselling has been around for a very long time and it's going nowhere. I'm appreciative of the fact that I can be in this area, rendering my service to thousands of people. This year, we pretty much sold a lot of items, a lot of desktop PCs, a lot of laptops, a lot of monitors. This is a major service that I have been rendering to these people, making it possible that they log on to a website like eBay and lay their hands on a responsible device, be it a laptop, be it a desktop PC, be it a monitor, and then they get this item without having to give an arm or a leg to get them. They receive these items in good conditions, they open it up, and most times they are very, very grateful. They are excited because they still can get, items that they can use for a very, very long time. This is a beautiful service, and I am fortunate to be able to give this service to people using a platform like eBay. It has been a very, very eventful year. So many things happened, so many bad experiences, especially as regards sending out items to buyers, and sometimes it goes south. But at the end of the day, I am grateful for this opportunity, grateful for the platform called eBay. eBay has been one major driver of my business. Without eBay, I do not know where I would have been able to get, a large, amount of people taking a look at my offer. If you ever run, advert, doesn't matter if it's on Facebook, on Google, you can attest to the fact that this thing is not cheap. It's expensive to get the attention of people. But eBay as a platform has said, bring the items that you have, ensure that they are in very good condition, ensure that they are working, and even in some extreme cases, even when the items are not working, don't worry, bring it to our platform. We are going to make sure that we bring buyers to that item. That is a very major service that eBay is giving to us, and it's a beautiful thing that we have a platform like this. Forget about what you see on social media. Sometimes people tend to badmouth the fact that eBay tends to take a lot of commission on your transaction. It is what it is. Without these commissions, that platform would not be able to exist. We wouldn't be able to bring out, the different tools that they are giving to us to ensure that we are able to sell our items properly. They are building a lot of stuff, making a lot of development, giving us AI tools even for free, tools to translate our offers. Some people list on eBay country versions, and the translation tool is able to translate these things. We have the background remover tool. Now it's possible to actually upload videos of the items you are selling on your product. It's possible to even go live on eBay. All this takes effort, and the platform is giving us all these facilities for free. That is something that we should be grateful for. Of course, it's also a beautiful thing to be able to make this video, to be able to project into the future. I am hoping for a 2026 that is going to be, stress-free in terms of doing transactions, going to be stress-free in terms of selling items to the, buyers. Of course, this is the hope of every reseller, that if you go out there to do business, you will be able to get, buyers that will come buy your stuff without giving you stress. This is the hope that we have, that this year will be a beautiful year. We will finally be able to get inventories that people want. We'll finally be able to put a stop to buying inventories that will only come and sit. Because if you are able to nail that in, you are able to, tell yourself, I make money at the point of buying stuff. I want to ensure that I only buy inventories that are going to sell. You are going to be balling in the new year, because if you finally laser focus on the items that people want, and the market has pretty much made it, easy to determine the item that people want. If you go to the sold listings on eBay and you keep seeing that one item, it keeps selling over and over and over and again, even when you have 1,000 other competing items, you can pretty much say to yourself, this is an item that the market has blessed. Just to give you an insight, the market has blessed Apple product. Of course, if you are able to go out there and look for Apple products for cheap, you are going to make money just reselling those items. But I will warn you, sometimes getting these items might be very, very, difficult, because just like the next person is saying, I have identified a product that the market wants, you are also saying that, and the third person is saying that, everybody tends to be looking for that product, and at the end of the day, it's just going to be very, very difficult to get. But that doesn't mean that it's going to be impossible. If you actually say to yourself, I'm ready to do the work in finding these items, I'm telling you, using my own experience, it is going to be possible for you to see these items. Of course, it's also going to be a year where you shouldn't be scared of testing out new things. Don't be scared. Don't be stuck in your category. If you are in a category where things are not selling, and you have pretty much noticed that this category tends to be kind of, shrinking, you list items and people do not come like it used to be in the past, do not be scared to pivot your business. Do not be scared to test out new things. Don't be scared to, test out new inventories. Of course, you're going to make mistakes, testing out these things. But I tell you, most times, the knowledge that you are looking for is not in books, is not in you even having a mentor. Most times, the knowledge is in you just making mistakes, because from the mistakes that you make, you are able to learn new things. You are able to learn what the market wants. You are able to learn how things should be done for it to be successful. And if you go ahead and learn from your mistake, you are going to be setting up yourself for success. Of course, we have the AI tools. Do not be scared to test these things. When the AI ChatGPT just came out, I was kind of saying, I don't think I want to use this a long time ago. I even made a video that, yes, ChatGPT is not going to be able to think like me. I'm telling you, if you are not using AI right now in your business, you are doing something wrong. It's mind-blowing how AI can actually speed up your business. Most of the pictures I use on my online shop are actually pictures that was made possible using AI at some point. It doesn't matter if it's in the editing, if it's in, just, criticizing the picture, telling me if this is a good perspective that a potential buyer might be interested in. AI has become a part of my business in the descriptions, even in setting up my listing template, in making a banner for my shop. AI right now is just a major part of my business. Now, I'm telling you, if you are not using AI, you are definitely, doing something wrong. Of course, you also want to prioritize reaching out to the people that have already bought from you. If you have, a group of persons that bought some items that you think you can lay your hands on again, develop a relationship with them, write them, ask them if they actually were satisfied with the service that you rendered. And if they kind of confirm, or even if they don't confirm, tell them that you've still got some beautiful stuff on your shop. Offer them discount, give them reason to want to come back to your shop. These are also things that we want to also try out. I personally am guilty of this. I do not reach out to people that have bought from me. And the beautiful thing about, you reaching out is that you have the possibility of having repeat buyers. I also need to take a look at this function on eBay, where you can actually give out discount to the people that already bought from your shop. All these tools are actually there to help us make more money, make more business, and even make it possible that we have a way of attracting repeat buyers to our shop, because the best person that you really want to have in your shop is somebody that already had a very good experience. Person is coming back. The person is going to be able to bear with you even when you are shipping the item late. Person is going to be able to bear with you even when there are a little bit of cosmetic defect in the item that you've sent. If you are selling a laptop, for example, if a repeat buyer comes to your shop and want to buy the third time or even the fourth time, you're just going to be able to say, look, this is the kind of item I'm expecting to get. So they will not have this unusually big expectation from the item they're going to receive. These are the best buyers to actually have, and you have to also do everything possible to have these repeat buyers. Of course, in the new year, you also should be able to prioritize rest. I was taking a look at a video a few days ago on TikTok, and this creator was talking about the fact that she was burnt out. She could no longer think. Everything was just at a standstill in her business, all because she kept pushing through, because she felt like, yes, this has happened before. I think I just need a pain reliever here and there. Keep popping on the tablet until it got to a point where the body said, you know what, I am shutting down because I am tired. And at this point, it was a little bit too late, because sometimes we get signals from our body, but we tend to ignore it because of this thing called, the hustle culture. You just want to keep pushing through. You want to keep grinding. You want to make all the money you want to make in a month. You want to do everything until your body gets to its limit. And before you know what's happening, boom, the body crashes, and the business that you're trying to build, everything burns out. You burn out yourself, and before you know it, it takes you a long time to even recover. That is if you are lucky to be able to come back. One thing you want to do is to prioritize rest. Of course, I'm talking to you now in this video. I'm talking to myself also. I also am going to be able to prioritize rest in this new year. Rest when the body is giving you some signs. Sometimes you wake up in the morning instead of just drinking coffee and, trying to move on, push through. Sleep an hour longer because it might just be what your body needs to really function perfectly. Sleep an hour longer, reach out to people and have kind of heady discussions. Sometimes even have discussions that are beyond just what do you buy, what items are selling, what should I buy next, how do I list. Have heady discussions, discuss about the weather, discuss about the environment, discuss about stuff that are not business related. This is the kind of things that we should be seeing doing in the new year. And definitely, if we also prioritize work, not being lazy, doing the things that you have to do, go out there, look for inventories, look for opportunities. If you combine all these things and do it at the right time, I'm telling you guys, success is just inevitable. I want to wish you a happy new year. Hopefully it's going to be a new year full of so many abundance. Like I said, full of inventories, because without inventories, it's just difficult to actually, make money on the platform. Year full of inventories, year full of so many good experiences, happy times, beautiful times with your family and the people that you love. These are all my wishes for you until I see you again in New Year. Peace.